is counting John Morris twice.
Ashley Hendricks takes us to Mechanicsville for this week's Acts of Kindness.
Battlefield Green is a beloved community. Its good schools is what drove this couple to move here 23 years ago.
We had 2 young children. It's a very nice neighborhood. It's always been a very nice neighborhood.
John Morris had those very same thoughts.
Then I looked at the community, talked with some of the neighbors, and I said, this is a place I want to raise my children at. And so I moved on in.
John, or Mr. Morris as they like to call him, lives a few houses down from Ron and Shelley Bates. But to Ron, Mr. Morris is more than just a neighbor.
He's my brother from another mother. I trust him more than the people I went to sea with.
Ron served as a cook for the U.S. Navy during the 70s.
But that's not the only thing I did, you know? I mean, we're all assigned different duties. And I was on a destroyer, the Hentley, which actually was the first ship that was sunk at Pearl Harbor.
That's one of many war stories he recalls as if it were yesterday.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
His long-term memory is still intact, but his health recently took a downward turn.
4 years ago, he had a stroke and was in the hospital and actually got COVID while he was in there. Then he got COVID pneumonia and then sepsis. And so it was a long recovery for us.
Recovery has been a big adjustment for Ron. He says the stroke left him with permanent damage to his right eye.
The stroke happened in the part of the brain that affects your vision, so it coned the vision. And the doctor said it's literally like looking through a straw.
2 years later, he completely lost vision in his left eye. Then in August, his wife, Shelley, fell ill.
I had to go to the hospital. I had to spend several days. I was really concerned about, you know, things here at home, you know, because Ron
Takes medication.
Yeah, and I'm his caregiver.
Luckily for them, Mr. Morris stayed with Ron while she was away at the hospital, attending to all of his needs and hers.
But Mr. Morris came and picked me up from the hospital and brought me home. And I couldn't drive. The doctors told me I couldn't drive until I saw specific doctors. So Mr. Morris would take me if I needed to go someplace. He would take me and drive me, and because he is an angel.
The outpouring of kindness comes natural to him. He thanks Mom and Dad for that.
And I just watched him, the love that he had for his neighbors, his community, his church, and just anybody, just somebody on the street that he would help. And I saw that, and I just wanted to carry on that legacy to others.
Mr. Morris will clear a pathway covered in leaves, mow the lawn, and even walk or look after pets while neighbors are away. Be it big or small, if there's a need, Mr. Morris will find a way to help. It's why Ron and Shelley invited all of us inside their home to honor him.
This is from Channel 12 and from us for nominating you. Thank you so much, Mr. Morris, for all you do for us and for everybody in this neighborhood, for your church.
Thank you so much. You're such a blessing. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Morris couldn't hold back tears of joy. Back when his elderly parents needed help, he says it was this community that made it a bit easier for them. Now that they're gone, he plans to always pay it forward, just as they would have wanted.
I'm blessed to be a blessing, and I thank God for the opportunities in this community.
For 12 on Your Side, I'm Ashley Hendricks.
You're always